Well, if I had a way up there early in the morning, I could go as early as 5 o'clock in the morning, but, I'll have to wait till whatever time my mama gets here. Which I have no clue what that time will be. You see, I'm already freezing to death. I was sweating like crap outside, now I'm freezing to death in here.
It's not America. Fox, you were for a time the most popular host. After Fox, you garnered a huge amount of attention as well. Same.
Oh, man.
Do you worry that popularity?
I have been, Dave. Trust me, I have been.
Gets to your head? Is a kind of drug that clouds your thinking. You think? I live in a spiritual graveyard of people killed by the quest for fame. I have lived in it. I would say the two advantages I have, and one, I have a happy family and a stable family and a stable group of friends, which is just the greatest blessing. And a strong love of nature and that my family shares. So
thank you, Adeline.
Where I'm in nature every day, and I have a whole series of rituals designed to keep me from becoming.
Yeah, he's quite a few subscribing. We met our goal of subscribers. We didn't get the first galaxy of the goal or whatever you call it. Which, I understand people are not going to be gifting like they were for, whatever reason, whether they believe me or not, but, it is what it is. They can believe me, they can not believe me. All I can do is tell them what I know and tell the truth, and that's exactly what I'm doing.
Seeking the adulation of strangers, I think that's soul poison. And I said earlier that I think that the desire for power and money will kill you, and I believe that, and I've seen it a lot. But I also think the desire for the love of people you don't know is every bit as poisonous, maybe more so. And so, yes, and it's not just...
Hey, Bad Dragon, how you doing?
Most of my life in public. And in fact, I don't spend my life in public, and I'm a completely private person. But professionally, I've spent my life in public. It's not just that. It's like social media makes everybody into a cable news host. And we were talking off the air. I'm obsessed with this. I don't know enough about it, but here's what I do know. South Korea, amazing country, great people. I grew up around Koreans. Probably no group, if I can generalize about a group, that I like more than Koreans. They're just smart, funny, honest, brave.
Even when I do explain it to them, they call me a damn liar.
South Korea
it's crazy.
Is like dying. It's literally dying. It's way below replacement rate in fertility. Suicide rate is astronomical.
All I can do is tell them what I know, and that's it.
I don't know the answer, but I suspect it has something to do with the penetration of technology into South Korean society. Is, I think, one of the highest, certainly one of the highest in the world. People live online there. And there was a belief, for a bunch of reasons, in South Korea that Western technology would be a liberating progressive force. And I think it's been the opposite. That's my sense, strong sense. And I think it's true in this country, too. I don't understand how people can ignore the decline in life expectancy or the rise in fentanyl use. It's not just about China shipping precursor chemicals.
Dave, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I try not to judge people at all, and I try not to hold people's past against them because it is their past. We all have our faults, so we all, in a way, whether it's on purpose or accidental, judge people whenever we see stuff they do and stuff. But I try not to do that. But
we can brag about. I think, you've criticized Google search recently, but I think making the world knowledge accessible to anyone, anywhere across the world through Google search. Well, I love that. I love that idea. Are people better informed? Or are they more superstitious and misled than they were 20 years ago? I think not close. No, I don't know. I think they are more informed. It's just revealing the ignorance.
Oh, my word.
Reveal the ignorance that people have, but I think the ignorance has been decreasing gradually.
And like, if you look, even you can criticize places like Wikipedia a lot, and very many aspects of Wikipedia are very biased. But when you, most of it are actually topics that.
What am I watching? I'm watching Tucker Carlson do an interview
Right. And most of Wikipedia
with somebody. I don't
I think
know who he's
that's
interviewing, or somebody's interviewing him, one or the other.
I couldn't agree more. You can very quickly imagine you're an expert, and that may be the problem. I think, no, it's true. I just experienced it in Moscow. It's like, again, I feel like I'm in the top 1%. For information, certainly intake, because it's my job. In Moscow, it's like, again, I feel like I'm in the top 1% for information, certainly intake, because it's my job. And I had literally, and plus, and I'm always out of the country. I've been around the world many times. Like, I feel like I know a lot about the rest of the world, or I thought I did. And how did I not know any of that? And maybe I'm just like,
Do know that he's a very intelligent. Do know that he's a very intelligent.
don't want to have
I don't know, Florida girl. He actually got
an extremely sick
he got done wrong by Fox News by telling the
And
truth.
I'm not even blaming anyone for it. I'm just saying
And,
objectively that
And that's why he's doing his own thing now.
the measure of a health of your society is the number of children that you have and how well they do. It's
And I
super
think
simple.
all
It's
news
measured
agencies
all
should
done.
tell the truth regardless.
And
You know,
one
that's
place
what
is, if you
the
don't
news
care,
is supposed to be.
then you're suicidal.
But it's
Maybe
gotten,
other things too.
the
But
news channels have
that's all I'm
gotten so
saying.
political, it's just
What happened
ridiculous.
to South Korea? Like, why can't anyone answer the question?
News channels are not supposed to be
They're rich.
politically
They
biased,
have
but
all
by
these
George they
advantages.
are.
They're on the cutting edge of every American. For a foreign country, they're more American than maybe any other country, other than Canada. And like, what happened?
And I mean, your fundamental worry is the same kind of thing that might be happening or will happen in the United States.
Well, let me just ask you this. I think North Korea seems like the most dystopian, horrible place in the world, right? Obviously. It's a byword for dystopia, right? North Korean. I use it all the time.
Yeah, I know.
mean it. If in 100
Yep.
years there are more North Koreans still alive than there are South Koreans, what does that tell us?
Yeah, that's something to worry about, but also.
But like, how did it happen? Like, why? I'm interested in the why. This is a question I asked Putin. You know, sometimes we don't know.
I had to get my camper cleaned up. I had all the stuff that was brought over here from my dad's house. I had shit everywhere.
Which is deserved in many
And it's still a
places.
mess in here, but I cleaned it up
Some of the
halfway.
greatest
They just ain't
inventions of
place to put all the shit
humanity
at.
come from science and technological innovation.
Okay, then let me ask you a couple quick questions, and perhaps you have the answer. I always assumed that was true, and I should say that when I was a kid, I lived in
I
Northern
got
California.
I got his stereo. I love that
Resident of
stereo.
California.
It's just a receiver,
And saved
but it's
So
it's really
my
nice,
belief,
really
just on
nice.
actually, that's a great thing. It's one of the great.
It's an
additions
old
to
school
human
Panasonic
flourishing
receiver, but
ever.
it's an awesome receiver.
But if technology is so great, why is life expectancy going down? And why are fewer people having kids? And why would anybody who has internet access ever use fentanyl? But what is that? What is going on? And it's up to you to
Exactly.
answer that question.
Exactly.
I think we have to assume the question of whether technology is a net good or a net bad.
Yeah, I used to like Rush Limbaugh back in the day. It was sad when he died.
At best, perhaps, but technology is the very tool which will allow us to have that kind of discourse to figure out, to do science better.
I mean, I want that to be true. And when you said that the internet allows people to escape the darkness of ignorance, man, that resonated with me because I felt that way in 1993.
Yeah, I know,
When
Dave.
starting, I first got on
When
there. Man, this is
when
amazing.
Hannity don't want to hear what they say, he just cuts them off.
But let me just ask you this. This is something I've never gotten over or gotten a straight answer to. Why is it that in any European city, the greatest buildings, indisputably, were built before electricity and the machine? Why has no one ever built a medieval cathedral in the modern era? Ever?
Oh,
Well,
me.
What is that?
Indisputably, have a
I don't watch a whole lot of TV anymore. This is actually YouTube. This is old. I watch free stuff. The only thing I paid for is I pay for Amazon Prime, which gets me Prime Video or whatever it's called. Actually, I think I got that special for Hulu too. It was at Christmas time where it was literally $3 for a year or something like that.
But if you grew up in the internet age,
But that's all I pay for as far as TV goes. I usually watch the free stuff. I love watching YouTube. You can find really good stuff to watch on YouTube.
At all, and you know, the Ted Kaczynski in me wants to, but that's too close-minded. I agree. I'm completely willing to believe there is such a thing as digital beauty. I mean, I have digital pictures of
Yeah, I watch. There's a couple of free movie apps I watch too. Like,
because it's like limited in.
oh Lord, what is that one?
You know, one of the
I can't even think of it, but
creativity, we need places
there's a
to
couple of
live,
free ones I
work,
watch.
and eat, and so we build buildings in every
I do watch
civilization
YouTube a lot.
But the machine age, the industrial age.
Tubi is one.
seems to
Yep,
have
Tubi is one of them I watch. Kentucky
decreased
Girl.
the quality.
And there's another one too. I don't know. I don't remember what it's
And
called, but I
modern
watch it a lot too.
architecture. And why is that?
Well, I say a
Well, I
lot.
also argue
Not
that,
not a
you know,
lot,
like
but
sucker
you know,
for
a good
bridges
bit.
and
Yeah,
Modern bridges can give older bridges a run for their money, but
I like bridges too, so I agree with you, sort of. But like the Brooklyn Bridge, I don't know that there's any modern bridges
I know,
that was
dude.
built
I know.
in late 19th century. Yeah, very much in the industrial age. But I'm just saying, like the great cathedrals of
Peacock.
Europe.
I don't know if I watch Peacock much or not.
Whoever built them. It doesn't. It seems like if you, it's like super obvious. I'm dealing on the autism level here. Just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, why is that? But that's a good way to start. If all of a sudden you have electricity,
Well, thank you,
hydraulics,
beautiful created. I
and
appreciate
have
you.
access to, I mean, I have machines in my wood shop at home that are so much more advanced than anything that any cathedral builder in 15th century.
Yeah,
Europe
Ben
had.
Shapiro is really good, but his some when he goes on for long periods of time, it does get hard to listen to.
Right. And so, what is that?
and the other
But you're talking about a smart guy. He's a really
consider
Ben Shapiro's a really
whoever
smart
is
guy.
creating this technology is unstoppable.
Well, there's that.
And
yeah.
the question is like, how do you steer it then? You have
And I like how he shuts people down that go off on these crazy tangents.
You do what somebody else will, and you want to do it in a safe way. I mean, this is the Manhattan Project.
Was it Manhattan?
my
Project?
envelope
Nuclear
at?
weapons? That's an easy call.
For
No.
me, it's an easy call in retrospect. In retrospect, yes, because it seemed like they stopped world wars.
Yep, that's it.
So the
I need to
English
keep
are-
up with this and know exactly where it's at
Ended wars, ended major wars.
for in the morning.
What?
I got my
And
CAD number wrote down on that for
we haven't had over
the clinic in the morning. I need to make sure I know where it's at.
change would of course kill more people than all wars in human history combined. So
You're saying 79 makes it sound like you're counting.
Oh
I'm
gosh.
counting because I think it obviously it's like completely demonic and everyone pretends like it's great. You know,
I gotta go to the restroom. I'll be right. Break my tripod. That is.
what I'm saying is like I'm not against
There we go.
technology.